Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to meet like-minded individuals. So listen, in life guys, you're always going to need people in your life that you can call, that you can meet up with, that you can talk to, that you can share ideas with to better your life, to better their lives, and just to live, like human beings are social, right? So we want to have people that we can connect to. Human beings aren't designed to be alone for extended periods of time, right? So what do if let's say right now you're working on yourself, or maybe you're struggling, you're stuck. What do you do? So guys, first off, before I talk about the different topics in this video, I want to state that guys, in order to attract like-minded individuals, you have to be someone that people would want to be friends with, right? Or look to get guidance from. So guys, if you're a bum, if you're lazy, if you're addicted to drugs, or you do degenerate things, or you play video games, or now I'm not saying video games or the occasional drink or bottle of whiskey is a bad thing occasionally, but if that's your life, how do you expect to be successful or around like-minded individuals, or around people that share similar values and ideas, right? It's not going to happen. So you need to, if you're struggling right now, if you feel like you're alone, or you have no friends that are valuable to you, you have to look in the mirror, right? Because you will attract what you are. So if you're a bum, then you're going to attract bums. If you're lazy, you're going to attract lazy people. If you're fat, or you're not healthy, you're going to attract unhealthy people. So you have to look in the mirror and start to make changes if you don't like the person you see in the mirror, right? So coming from that place, right, you have to be the type of person that someone want to be friends with. You have to be pursuing your goals, right? You have to be making money. You have to be going to the gym. You have to be learning. You have to be reading. You have to be studying. You have to be the type of person that someone will want to learn from, or someone would just want to even share a conversation with, right? I think of the people that I admire and I respect, or even just in my own life, like even in my job, the people that I like to be around are people that are above me, right? Now, I'm not saying I aspire to be a corporate executive, but even still, those are, like, for example, I'd rather share a conversation with someone who's, above me, or who can help me learn something, than someone who's, below me or doing degenerate things. Like, I don't even want to be in their presence, right? So you have to be the type of person that can deliver value to people. That's the biggest thing, right? Why would someone want to be friends with you if you have no value, right? If you have nothing to give? You have to have something to give, right? You have to have a skill that you can share, or a way of doing things, or a way of thinking that you can convey to others that can help them, right? So I made a list of some things here, but you smile. Like, just when you go around, I'm not saying you gotta smile like at everybody, but you want to have a friendly attitude towards people, right? Like, if you see someone and you make eye contact, you want to smile. Or if you're just meeting someone, right, that first impression is everything. You want to shake their hand. You want to say, hey, nice to meet you. What's your name? I'm Matt, or whatever. I'm Bob. I'm John. I'm Sarah. Whoever it is, right? You want to shake their hand and basically acknowledge their presence, and say your name too. Because guys, when you first meet someone, you shake their hand. You ask them what their name is. Hi, hey, how are you? What's your name? I'm Matt. That's a very meaningful first impression, because first off, you took interest in them. Hey, what's your name? How are you doing? How's your day? You're showing interest in them, right? So now, based off of that first, statement, now they're looking at you like, wow, this person, they show interest in me. So I'm going to want to show interest in them, right? So that's another thing. You want to show interest in people, right? Because if you show interest in others, if you ask them questions, if you greet them, if you're friendly around them, then they'll want to share what they have with you, right? If they have something valuable that they can share with you or help you with, then they will. And over time, as you're around that person more, whether it's a colleague, it's someone or let's say you play sports, whatever, you're gonna develop a relationship with them, right? And, you know, for example, I have a buddy of mine that I met, that one of my good friends right now, who I met through work, right? And I had that same interaction that I just described to you. That was my interaction with him, right? Now he shows me how to invest, how to do stocks, how to trade, right? How to do all this stuff, right? But if I wasn't that type of guy, if I wasn't in shape, if I wasn't friendly, if I didn't show interest in him, he wouldn't have wanted to even bother with me, right? So you got to be the type of person that someone will want to share value with, and you also have to take interest in others, right? Ask them what their name is, ask them what their goals are, right? Ask them how their day's going, ask them what they see in the future, right? When you ask these things, people love to talk about themselves, right? When you ask these questions, people will tell you all this stuff, right? Because people like to talk about themselves, right? It's just who we are. We're humans. We like to share our story, right? So that's very important, guys. That is very important. So that's how you kind of be the person, and how to sort of interact with the other to really attract them and develop a relationship with them. But guys, overall, if you feel like you're doing everything right and the right people aren't coming, or you're still alone, or you know, the only source of inspiration you get is from YouTube or music or entertainment or whatever, just understand, guys, that it's okay. As long as you're progressing in life, you're gonna be all right. You'll eventually attract those people, right? You know, there's gonna be seasons of loneliness. There's gonna be seasons of times where you feel like there's nothing going for me. I have no girlfriend. I have no friends. No one likes me. You know, I'm just here doing my job, working overtime, or I'm going to the gym every day, but things aren't, you know, I don't have really that social aspect of my life. You have to understand, guys, that it's okay. It's okay, right? You'd rather be that person, right? Now, like I said, before I talk about what I'm going to say, you have to be okay. You have to be okay with being alone, meaning that you don't want to be friends with everybody, right? You only want really one or two people that are really close to you. I'm not saying you can have connections outside of that, but you really want to have one, maybe like 3 or 4 at most, right? Really close friends, right? But other than that, you're gonna have seasons of loneliness. You're gonna have times where you're just working, or they're working, or they got stuff going on, and there's not much, you know, there's not much of a relationship between you guys going on. But like I said, to maintain, you know, friendships and meaningful friendships with people, you have to put in effort too, right? So if you're basically not calling them, or you're not checking up on them, or you're not sharing things with them, how can you expect them to want to do the same with you, right? So meeting the individual and, you know, communicating with them and showing interest is step one. But to continue to nurture that relationship and build on it, you have to show interest. You have to ask them how they're doing. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, so-and-so, I found this thing online, you know, that you might find valuable. You share it with them. Or when you see them in person, you give them a tip on something, or you share a way of thinking about something, right? So you wanna, once you meet that person, or once they come into your life, guys, you wanna really nurture that relationship, feed it, water it, you know, give it sunlight, and just give it life. Because like I said, relationships are everything, right? For example, if you want to make money, people have money. So if you don't take interest in people, or you're not friendly with people, they're not going to give you money, right? So you have to understand that, like I said, as much as in the past that I've preached being a lone wolf, and, you know, guys, like I said, being a lone wolf and a monk for a period of time is necessary, but it's not the end goal, right? You want to have people in your life that you can share ideas with, ways of thinking, your values, and just in general have a connection with others that are meaningful, right? That you can share a similar life with. But I'll tell you one thing before I conclude this video. What you don't want to do is, if you're alone, if you find that you're alone and you just don't have anyone to relate with, don't go out and look for friends. Don't go out and party. Now, you can join Discord groups, or you can do live events and things like that, which is cool. But in general, I wouldn't suggest going to clubs. I wouldn't suggest going to meetups. I mean, you can, but really focus on, if you're alone, if you still feel like, you're struggling with finding like-minded friends, just focus on becoming better, right? You can always consume content on YouTube. You can always read books, study courses, and just become better, become smarter, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. Are you willing to be the person who others want to be around? And if you can confidently say, yes, I'm willing to do the work to be that person, then you'll be fine, right? You may have times of loneliness, seasons, 3-6 months of being alone, but at the end of the day, those people will find you, and hopefully you can nurture those relationships, and you can help each other reach your full potential and have a really good life. So that's the goal, guys, right? We're social animals. We're designed to connect with others. We're designed to, even with women, like men, we're designed to procreate. We're designed to have relationships with women. So just in general, but obviously we're talking about like-minded individuals, but yeah, that's really how you attract it, right? So yeah, guys, if that helps you, I hope it does. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.